Alright guys, this time we're going to step in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freakin Wrestling, the JFW podcast, hosted by Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
I'm Dally.
And guys, we have made it to 100 episodes.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Already.
Well, it's like
I
more
mean,
of
it's
like
not fast for me.
3 for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I'll tell you, it started off a little slow, but...
Dude, you know, it's crazy. I mean, and, you know, not to exclude you, Dally, here for a moment as I talk to Jay, but, dude, I'm like 100 fucking episodes.
It's crazy, isn't it?
After all the things that we've done in the past 100 episodes, it's amazing to think about all the history that JFW has gone through.
I mean, just think of the evolution of wrestling itself from the time we started to now. The evolution of certain indie shows that we went to from then until now, that we saw these guys who were just starting, who are now picking up championships outside, you know, in the real world. Yeah, and we had a chance, you know, to do commentating at Powerhouse Wrestling. We had a chance to do some on-location interviews, I mean, including Sentinel and Steve. We did a couple podcasts at Southland Championship Wrestling. I mean, it was actually FCW where we met Dally. Right.
So, yeah. I mean, really, it's like a full circle moment as we hit 100 episodes over the past 3 years. Yeah, that's pretty good to me. Yeah. Dally, I'm sure you're excited to be here, mostly because you're hanging out with Travesty. But also, you're making podcast history here.
Awesome.
Be happy.
I'm happy.
The excitement is overwhelming.
You guys need to be excited because this is the first time all three of us have been together to record a podcast
since like February, right?
Since the third man showed up.
Yeah.
And this is it. Like this is our moment.
Yeah. This is it.
Nope.
That's all you can say.
Guys, so what we're going to do for the 100th episode is we're going to kind of go back into the Freakin' 5 era, and we made a bunch of lists of top 5 wrestlers with different topics and categories and stuff like that. And so we're going to go through and do that. Before we do, I just want to remind you guys that Just Freakin Wrestling, the JFW podcast, is brought to you by ballwash.com. Now, for the guys out there, especially those wrestlers in the locker rooms who stink the fuck out of the place, you got to find that one kind of product that's going to really, really get that funk out of your junk. That's where ballwash.com comes in.
I like that. Get the funk out your junk?
Yeah. Well, that's a ball wash thing.
That's a ball wash thing?
Yeah. I'm going to give my thing at the end of it.
Oh.
And I'm not going to lie, it's a little raunchy. So, Dally, close your ears. Lady like shit. Ballwash.com is the best place for you to go to get all male products. Anything from soaps to powders, shampoos, conditioners, body scrubs. I believe they're actually coming out with like an actual face mask because of the whole COVID-19 thing going on. You can buy products individually. You can also buy them in kits, or you can sign up for a subscription of Ball Wash. Bonus thing about it is when you go and fill your cart up with all their amazing products, and you're at checkout, use the promo code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET, at checkout. You'll save 15% on your final order. Go again, ballwash.com, helps you head to toe, hold to pole.
Nice, I like that.
Go on now.
15%, that's pretty fucking good.
15% off your entire order.
That's pretty good.
Right. And that's because we're doing that for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Freakin
Studios.
It's been a while.
All right, Dally, go ahead.
What? With what?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I was like, I told you to prepare me.
This is prepared. This is how we prepare. We just dive right into the shit. We spend 10 minutes giggling, and then we just dive right into the show, hoping for the absolute best.
Yeah. That's always what's been great about this show, though, is like, it's not scripted at all. I mean, to our Freakin' 5 in our list, yes, but not like...
Well, the biggest concept of the show that we came up with when we started is we wanted to be just a couple people getting together and just BSing.
Yeah.
And I think we really stuck to that. I mean, we found some kind of structures here and there on segments and ideas and stuff that we wanted to continuously use. Like when we did the Freakin' 5s, we did the final Freakin' Thoughts and stuff like that. Obviously, Dizzle J's Pick of the Week. We do our sponsorships and plugs that we normally do. So there is some kind of structure to it, but it's not scripted. You know, there's not like a list of things like, okay, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this. We know what we need to do, and it flows in. Sometimes you interrupt my plugs and shit, which I get over after a bit.
Sometimes you interrupt me.
That's not true at all.
Nah.
You should really know what I'm doing.
Nah.
Yeah, I think the problem is I think Dally's in the way, so you can't see when I'm about to talk.
Oh.
So.
That's what it is.
So, anyways, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Nothing? Okay. So we're gonna do the list and everything. I believe we have we have 9 lists that we're gonna cover in our 100th episode here. So you have 9, right?
I got 8.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I told you we added one.
Yeah, so. And then we talked.
Well, luckily we know you, and you'll just pull shit out of your ass when we get to
Fucking right, I will. Good on my feet.
So we're gonna go through the top stars of the decade. We're gonna do the number 1 in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010. Dale, you're an overachiever. You could do your entire list if you want to. Top 5
I
wins.
Misunderstood your message.
It's crazy, right? You should have asked questions.
I did. And then you asked me why I was asking so many questions.
That's crazy. Top 5 women in the business throughout history. Top 5 stipulations. Top 5 tag teams. Top 5 finishers. Top 5 Hall of Famers who should go in. Top 5 Hall of Famers who are in. We're going to replace the Avenger character with a wrestler throughout history. And also we're going to rank 5 of the current wrestling companies in order. So we're going to go through all those. Before we dive into that and everything, is there anything you want to add or anything you guys want to share before we begin? I don't want to interrupt anybody. That'd be rude. Okay, silence does not help in audio.
I was going to say, well, again, thank you guys for being with us for 100 episodes. 300 likes on Facebook. Appreciate it. To our family who's put up with us while we're doing this stuff, thank you.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things I do, I want to say thank you guys and how much we appreciate the Southland Championship Wrestling Company. Not only working with us the past 3 years we've been doing this, the opportunity for us to sit down and talk to a lot of the wrestlers, and even participating in the 4-hour Podbean Live thing we did a month ago that we're able to break down and release into segments and stuff. So it was really cool to do that. It might be a good time to announce. I can announce it right now. That's fine. Starting next month in May, JFW is going to put out an additional show a month that's dedicated to Southland Championship Wrestling. Now, typically the show is going to follow the Saturday that the show happens. It's going to be on a Sunday. It's going to be like a Southland talk, kind of like a Raw talk, talking smack and stuff like that. We're going to have an opportunity to kind of talk with the SCW wrestlers and kind of the results and stuff that happened at the show. I know we kind of do the SCW stuff during the regular JFW shows, which we'll still do the predictions and kind of talk about the story and everything that happens in SCW. But we're going to be able to move the results and what happened at those shows into its own individual show here on JFW that we're going to release through a Podbean Live. So we're going to allow SCW wrestlers to come in, talk with us, guys who had the matches, guys who maybe not been on the card, guys like Sentinel, I would love to have back on because that was a treat when he lost his shit again. I don't know.
When does he ever have his shit?
I know, it's nuts, right? If you guys don't know who Sentinel is, he's the reason that Dally didn't make it to one of our recordings because he made her choose between going to an SCW and sitting there for 3 hours before anything even started or coming here and doing the greatest podcast in the Midwest. So...
Nice recovery.
That was a sad day.
Nice recovery.
Oh, what was I gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say the best podcast in wrestling history.
No, I was deciding between Midwest and Midway, which realistically is the same, but Midwest is bigger, and I know how big we are. Anyways, guys, so again, thank you for everything you do, and because of you, we are expanding the podcast as we add on an additional 5th show of the month. So make sure you tune in for those. If you guys don't know how to do that, you gotta go to podbean.com, sign up for it, find Just Freakin' Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you follow and subscribe our podcast on there. And then you're also following us on social media at Facebook because when those events happen, and we'll create events for those.
Oh, yeah.
So people have heads up on what days they're going to be. Then I'll attach the link to the live, and then you guys just join in, and we'll just have the fun.
I can't wait to go back to a show.
It's
going to be so far away.
So far away. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so we got the list and everything. Daly, I'm going to let you choose which list you want to do first.
Why me?
Take your time.
Women first.
No.
Daly, just pick a list.
Equal Opportunity Podcast.
Tag teams.
Normally, the person in the middle always picks.
Tag teams.
Pick something
I
else.
just said it.
Let's throw
Pick
something else.
something else.
Pick something else.
You know what? You pick.
Okay, let's do tag teams. All right, so do you guys want to do full list, or you want to do each individually? How you guys want to do it? I'm going to leave it up to you guys.
Just do the full list.
Do the full list? Okay, cool. Jay, why don't you go and start with yours?
Road Warriors.
Okay. Now these aren't ranked.
No, I didn't rank.
They're just listed.
These are just my favorite tag teams.
I think there's only one that's ranked, and that's the companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Motor City Machine Guns, APA, the Steiners, and Beer Money.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I also had Road Warriors, Steiner Brothers, and Beer Money.
Nice.
I included the Dudleys and the Harlem Heat.
Heat almost made mine.
Yeah.
But Beer Money just is a little more fun for me.
Well, I put Beer Money in there too.
Yeah.
Who did you have that I didn't have again? You had
Motor City
APA
Machine
and Motor City. Okay. Well, Motor City Machine Guns are more of your level.
Yeah.
They're your cruiserweight kind of.
Yeah.
All right, Dally. Let's see what you got. Take
Okay,
your time.
I had to add mine because, I'm not allowed to do factions. It'll be two people.
Well, because factions aren't tag teams.
Well,
Staples aren't tag teams. Factions New Day's not a tag team. It's a faction. Well, technically right now they're a tag team because Xavier Woods on a break. But no, factions aren't tag teams.
All right. Well, my list is Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys. I had Road Warriors as well, the Usos, and Gallows and Anderson.
That's sad about Gallows and Anderson, ain't it?
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks because they had to leave the WWE, but I think the opportunity for them to do more somewhere else is there. Because I believe Anderson is at least going back to New Japan.
I bet both of them go.
I can see that. I don't know if it would be like a Bullet Club thing again if they're going to kind of flow right back into it, but I saw that like recently after he got released, he kind of like did a promo thing on social media, kind of talking about what the hell is it, Machine Gun?
Machine Gun.
Yeah, that's his name or something like that.
Oh.
I just can't remember what the fuck it was. Like it's like Machine Gun Anderson or I can't remember what the fuck it was, but it's Machine Gun something. So silence, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
I would think that they would stay together, honestly.
They probably will.
Because the name they built together, they could go to AEW, Impact. I think the one I don't think.
Well, New Japan works with Ring of Honor, right? Or no, they're just working with AEW now.
I think New Japan is just working with AEW now.
Okay.
But Ring of Honor, I think, is just going down, and I don't know if they've been putting on shows.
Well, nobody's been putting on shows. COVID-19, bro.
No, I mean people have been putting on shows.
Corona, man.
They've still been doing it.
Really
AEW and WWE.
I wouldn't call them shows.
I'd call the AEW shows.
Nah, it's all disappointments all around. All right, Dally, pick the next list. I picked tag teams.
No, you...
Yeah, you told me to pick. I picked tag teams. So go ahead and pick.
Are you actually going to listen to me this time?
I listen to you all the time.
No,
Come on now.
Okay, top finishers.
Excellent. I agree with that one. All right, give me your top 5.
The figure 4 leg lock, the sharpshooter, Beth Phoenix's Glam Slam, one of my favorites, CM Punk's GTS, and Tombstone Power Driver.
Cool. Let me ask you a question about the figure 4 leg lock. And yes, I'm going to do this shit throughout the show. Okay, The Miz, Charlotte, and Ric Flair. Rank them from 1 to 3. 1 being the best, 3 being the worst. And not by worst, but I mean the third best. But who does it better, best, good? You know what I mean.
Honestly, Rick's the best.
Okay.
Because
he's the original. Yeah. Charlotte or Miz?
Charlotte than Miz.
I don't think Flair was...
I think Charlotte's figure 8 is better than the figure 4.
But it's not figure 8. It's wrong figure 4s. There's a difference. It's like fucking talking about like Triple H's pedigree over...
Seth Rollins' pedigree.
Not Seth Rollins' pedigree. That's the same thing. When he talks about figure 4 and figure 8, it's like Tommaso Ciampa's fucking sit-up pedigree thing. I can't remember the name of it. But it's close enough, but it's not the same thing. Why, do you think Miz is better than Charlotte's?
No. I think Charlotte and Flair are probably the best.
So Rick, Charlotte, Miz.
Right.
Yeah. I went with Canadian Destroyer, the Running Power Slam, the Black Mask, Style Clash, and Clothesline from Hell.
Ooh.
I love the Clothesline.
The Clothesline from Hell is definitely my favorite. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, fuck, that should have been on my list. Right. But it's not.
That, and I also used to love when Test did the Running Big Boot.
Yeah, that was brutal.
It was for some reason I just love like those running like instant action like fucking moves. Like I mean I'm a huge fan of the spear until everyone started fucking using it.
Yeah, I like the Claymore kick.
Yes. Oh god, I should put that on the list. But I'm keeping my 5.
See, it's hard.
It is hard.
We do this every week with these lists, we know. Mine were I had the Destroyer. Big fan of chin music again until everybody started using it. Mm-hmm. The Drill Claw, and the RKO, and the Curb Stop.
It's stop now. It's PG. It's PG.
This isn't a PG show.
No. It's totally PG.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right.
From hole to pole.
Oh yeah, you know.
Okay.
Grand Canyon to the North Pole. Yeah. What do you think I was talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Shoot. Deli, pick the next list.
Stipulations.
Excellent.
Ooh.
That's one of my favorite ones. God, who hasn't gone first yet? Go ahead, man.
I got the exploding barbed wire match.
What?
Yeah. Hey, you said stipulation.
Is that an actual stipulation match? Like it actually says like Foley versus Funk and exploding barbed wire match?
Yeah.
Is that really?
You've never seen an exploding barbed wire match?
I've seen it used in like death matches, but I've never seen an actual match called exploding barbed wire match.
It's a stipulation of the match, right? It's like it's a hardcore match at stipulations?
No.
I fucked this one up.
A stipulation is like a last man standing match, a ladder match.
Okay, I didn't mess that one up.
A fucking pink slip on a pole match, a raw panties match.
Bro, I got exploding barbed wire.
A tag team match. You're talking about
War Games.
War Games is a stipulation.
Elimination Chamber.
That's fine. War Games is considered a stipulation match.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's one.
Casket match.
Yeah.
And TLC.
Yeah, so all of them except for exploding barbed wire.
I don't understand the difference.
I believe it's called a death match. How do you win an exploding barbed wire match? Was it winner to get, you have to throw your opponent on the exploding barbed wire?
How do you win a no holds barred match?
You get pinned.
There you go. You get pinned.
So you're telling me that, okay, so let's say SCW decides they're going to have an exploding barbed wire match.
Sentinel's not that cool.
We know. They're just going to come out with barbed wire what?
Bobs.
God damn.
I don't make the shit. I just watch it.
Pick a different one. That doesn't count. Move on.
No.
Pick a different one.
Bull strap match.
Okay, I'll take it. Okay, Dally, go ahead.
Shit, one of my ideas, motherfucker.
Steel cage match.
Exploding barbed wire. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I had steel cage match, Iron Man match, submission match, lumberjack match, and elimination chamber.
Ooh, I like a good lumberjack match.
If they're done right, yeah. I hate how most of the lumberjack matches just end. I think lately, every time there's a lumberjack match, just ends in a disqualification. Everyone fighting in the middle.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have like the old hey, they're out there to beat them up a little bit, get the heel shit, and then throw them back in, and then let it end. Cage matches. How do you feel about the old cage, like the whole metal bar cage, compared to like the chain link cages now?
Well, how far back have you seen those cages from the...
The last time I seen like an actual like bar cage, because I think AEW's cages are like that, right? They're bars. It's not a chain link. That's pretty cool. I think theirs actually goes onto the floor as well.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw a legit like bar like fucking cage, it had to have been Austin and McMahon at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I have a poster right here up on the wall from. I think that was really the last time before they dived into the whole chain link thing that they used for Hell in a Cell.
Well, I was just thinking, I know you guys are younger than me, but because I remember when the cage was only maybe 2 feet over the top rope, and now you got it damn near 6 feet over the top rope. If you go back to the old WWE or WCCW or stuff like that, the cage was not very big at all.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Hey, Dally, which cage do you prefer? The bars or the chain link?
Probably the chain link.
Not chain link, but what it's called? Chain link? Fencing, yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, okay. I had Elimination Chamber, Last Man Standing, I Quit, 3 Stages of Hell, and TLC.
I think TLC. Like, I almost picked the tables match, but it's like, you only go through one table.
Yeah. I like, was there ever... TLC matches always had titles on the line, right? There was never like a TLC match that was like for a pin to win.
I don't think so.
No.
Because TLC had to win by climbing up the ladder.
Yeah. But I miss 3 Stage Jet Hell matches. I know fucking Gargano and Cole did one a few months back at TakeOver. It's probably my favorite match.
Well, you talk NXT and you talk Gargano and Cole is like top-notch guys, too.
You see that shit about Velveteen Dream?
No.
Oh, damn. Ugh. All right. Stipulation match.
Wait. What happened with Velveteen Dream?
Oh, I don't want to. I can't. It's so fucked up. So,
PG show.
There was, apparently there was something on Reddit that some underage girl asked how to reach out to WWE because she got, explicit photos from Velveteen Dream.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, they're trying to figure out if his account was hacked or not, but,
well,
yeah.
Dream over.
Right. All right, Dally, pick next list. Take your time.
Oh, okay.
No, take your time.
Want to start with the 70s?
Yeah. You want to do the... Yeah, we'll do the top stars of the decade?
Yeah.
Now, the way this is supposed to work...
Do you see that bus coming?
Don't do me like that.
You see that bus coming?
Over the last 50 years, the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010, we're going to pick the top star from each of those. Gives us 5 people. Dally is clearly better than both of us because she went above and beyond and gave a list of 5.
You said 5
for each decade, and
I had a really hard time with it.
I'm really torn.
And I still did it.
I think I kind of want you to read your whole list.
Why?
Because this is my show.
I'm kind of interested too.
I'm really interested in hearing the
because like it took me hard to think of just one person for each decade, let alone 5.
So for the next half hour, the show is all yours. As you read out the next 50 people you have on your list.
No.
Tell you what, give me the top 2 from each, and I'll see if you chose right.
You'll see.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I thought it was our own opinions.
Yeah, shit changes.
Is this your first time on the show?
No, go ahead. I want to do it one at a time, though. So I'd rather each of us do the 70s and the 80s and 90s. So, Jay, what do you have for the 70s?
Terry Funk.
Dally?
Andre?
I went with Bruno Sammartino. 80s, Jay?
Andre.
Dally?
Ric Flair.
I went with Hulk Hogan. I like how we're different. This is nice.
Yeah.
Right? I'm assuming all these names are also on your list. So. 90s.
Taker.
Shawn Michaels.
Taker. 2000.
Michaels.
CM Punk.
Cena. 2010.
Really? You picked Cena?
I mean, he pretty much controlled the entire 2000s. So, I mean...
I'm just shocked that you're giving him that credit. That's all.
Well,
I agree with you.
Yeah, well, like when I was talking to fucking Dally earlier, it's like, you know, I mean, I don't know if you noticed or not, but Dally picked 5. And 4 of them were actually, you know, good people to choose from. Go and tell your 5 for 2000.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
John Cena.
Yeah, you're the only one that has 5.
Okay,
so.
I get it. John Cena, Edge, CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, and Randy Orton.
I agree with all of them but Hardy.
Well, Hardy came into his own in the 2000s, I guess. It's a damn good list, though.
It is a good list. And it's one of the things that's hard to choose from. But like
that's why I picked 5, because
right?
It's hard to write down just one.
Yeah, so realistically, I mean, like, I could have swapped out, you know, John Cena for Edge. I could have swapped him out for Randy Orton and stuff like that. It's just... It's really hard to think. I mean, like, with Edge, like, he grew in, like, the late 90s and kind of came through. I think he won his first title from John Cena. Mm-hmm. And he went on...
a cash-in?
Yeah. Yeah, at New Year's Revolution or something, after the first Elimination Chamber. And he retired, I think it was, like, 09, right? Was it 09?
It was 9 years ago, so that'd be...
So 11. Okay,
11.
so...
Yeah, 2011.
So, I mean, like, he probably spent, like, a good, like... 5, maybe 6 years of that, like, being on top.
Relevant.
but he won the title from John Cena. Yeah. So it's, I mean,
him and Cena had one of the best feuds ever, though.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at the whole Attitude Era at that point. I mean, that is Cena. Yeah. You know, Brock Lesnar for a little bit, which is weird to think that Brock Lesnar was part of Ruthless Aggression. I don't know why I said Attitude Era, but Ruthless Aggression. But he was only there for 2 years. Yeah. It's goofy to think that the run he's on now is like 4 times as long.
Well, he's wrestled quarters of many matches, though.
Still champ. Can't take it away from him.
Not champ no more.
2010. Did we do 2010 yet? No. 2010.
Daniel Bryan.
Thanks.
I thought you were talking to her until I looked up.
I picked Daniel Bryan as well.
I went AJ Styles.
I could go between the two, yeah.
Well, Daniel Bryan was retired for 4 years out of the 2010s.
Yeah, but the years he did before that,
he didn't do shit.
Dude, his indie career beforehand and everything he did with WWE.
You didn't know who Daniel Bryan was until NXT.
Probably not, but I went back and I researched.
It wasn't fucking Team Hell No. I mean, that wasn't anything.
That was fun, though.
It was over.
I mean, the only time
that was over as fuck.
The only time he had a big moment in wrestling was 3 months before he had to retire from concussions, and that was winning the fucking match at WrestleMania.
He's still one of the best technical wrestlers there is.
Yeah, I was saying he's a really good wrestler.
I actually did 2020 too, but
there's 4 months in 2020.
I picked Bray Wyatt because he's been the most interesting.
He could have been your 2010s.
He's been around for a while.
He was around for 5 years. As Bray Wyatt.
I think you put 20, didn't you, on the list?
From 1970 to 2020. 50 years.
So where's your 2021?
There is no 2020. It's 90. It's 70. It's 19.
2 out of the 3 of us got one.
You mean the person who has 5 for each fucking decade?
She's just an overachiever.
The one who has 8 lists over 9?
You didn't give me the 9th list till I got here.
I mean, I'm sorry. How are you trying to correct me right now? You want to pick one? Okay, I'll pick one for 2020. Go ahead and tell me your 2020s.
I got Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Finn Balor.
I'm going to go Drew.
How about you
pick the next one? Shut the fuck up, Jay.
Hey,
we're done.
Fuck you.
We're done. You sit over there.
This is why I hate being in the middle.
Do nothing. Ciao.
God, I don't know why we're fighting, but I know it's Sentinel's fault.
Yeah, it's always Sentinel's fault.
God. Dally, why don't you go and pick the next list?
Want to do the top females?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's starting?
You.
Me?
Fuck yeah. Now I'll go. Chyna, Wendy Richter, Alundra Blaze, Trish Stratus, and Lita.
Okay, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, absolutely. Please, go ahead. Before you do that.
Okay. Yeah, that was coming.
I know, right? Well, it's been a while since I talked. Guys.
10 seconds.
I know, right? It's been quite a while. Guys, one of the coolest parts about doing a podcast and all this shit is finding ways to grow and do more for the fan base, but also finding things to do fun for us. And that's why we decided to do a Patreon. We started up a Patreon, and we've been running with that for quite some time. We do have some Patrons, like Becca and Brandy, who from the start of our Patreon has contributed to it, and it's helped us out a lot. Helped us to do a lot of things here at JFW. So we want to give you guys an opportunity to be part of Patreon, like we actually have for the last 6 months. If you go to patreon.com/JFW podcast today, you can sign up for one of the many tiers we have available on Patreon. Everything from $1 a month down to, I believe it's $15 a month. And every single tier has something to offer to you. It could be a shout out on the show, social media, a shout out on your birthday. We create wrestling characters for you, actually make you a bio. There's additional content shows and stuff that are available on there, as well as being a GM of the show. You can literally be Travesty and decide how the entire show goes. You decide Dizzle J's pick of the week. You decide what the conversation is we talk about. If you want to bring back the Freakin 5, we could do that. If you want to bring back the Final Freakin Thoughts, we could do that too. You get to create how that show runs. So it's a big opportunity for all you guys to do something like that and be part of the show because we really love it when you guys do that. I think we're working in. I want to work in like maybe like a Q&A or sit down Skype call and stuff like that. And you could do that with all of us or maybe just one of us. They're just finding out about this. I'm just saying shit now. But Patreon.com is one of the best places for you guys to go to help out the podcast. Again, Patreon.com/JFW podcast. Check it out, sign up, and help out the pod. Help us get to 200 episodes.
Invest today.
Fuck yeah. All right, Dad, go ahead.
Are you done?
We'll find out. We shall see.
I'm glad he doesn't only just do it to me.
Charlotte Flair, Beth Phoenix, Lita, Michelle McCool, and Alundra Blaze.
Strong list. You could definitely see like the generation gap.
You know what's funny is I don't go that far back.
No shit. Let me hear what you got.
I got Tessa, Gail Kim, Lita, Trish, and Charlotte.
Okay. That's not bad. I like it. Anything you want to add about the females in wrestling? I mean, you are one, so...
Okay.
Anything you want to add? Contribute?
Like what?
Nah, anything, really. You are part of this podcast. You could banter the shit out of it. Okay.
No pressure.
I'll start.
No pressure.
I'll start with it. That's no problem. There's a couple names I've been thinking about. Actually, I was on Instagram the other day, and Mickie James popped up.
She hasn't been around in a while.
She is not. I think she's still part of WWE, which surprised me that she hasn't been part of that whole release thing yet. I think actually she's injured. Now that I think about it, I think she has surgery or something like that. Is it surprising at all that when she came back, she has yet to win the women's championship again? That was surprising to me.
It's kind of shocking,
right?
Considering how good she is and her tenure.
She was really close to being on my list.
Yeah.
But when you only pick 5, like how do you sit there and you can't bump off Richter or fucking Alundra Blaze, and you definitely can't look past China.
Right.
And I threw Trish and Lita in there because realistically they're the first women to main event a fucking Raw, and they were the beginning of what the fucking Divas Revolution turned into the Women's Revolution.
Right.
But it was just weird to me thinking, you had Mickie James come back, and she took on, I believe it was Asuka, she took on NXT. Like, that was her first time back.
Right.
And she didn't miss a fucking step. Now, I wish she came back with her Hardcore Country theme song from TNA. And I know she could have. It's her song.
Yeah, she owned it.
Yeah.
She actually
sang
the
it was
song.
Weird. It's just weird to me how, I would think that when she came back, they would at least give her the title one more time.
I was thinking they would have, instead they stuck her with Bliss for the longest time.
To make a sidekick.
Yeah,
it was unfortunate. I wasn't a big fan of that.
It's kind of like they nattied her, I feel.
Here's one for you, Dally. Do you like heel Bliss or babyface Bliss more?
She's more of a natural heel to me, I think.
Right, because she's small and angry and shit like Napoleon. What about you, Jay? Heel Bliss or face Bliss?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I think she does both pretty well. I think what she needs to have is like that Randy Orton kind of thing, where she just acts the same way all the time, just a matter of who she does it to.
I got you. How about that storyline with Otis and Mandy? That's got to be one of the coolest fucking things in the world.
Well, when the fat guy gets a chick.
I'm not gonna lie, I followed them on Instagram just so I could watch their live video feeds with each other. He is my favorite fucking guy on social media, just because he just sits going like, oh yeah. I'm like, fuck.
Weights and steaks.
I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little uncomfortable when he keeps calling Mandy a peach. But other than that, I just like how they fucking just get along with each other. It's the coolest fucking thing in the world. I heard they released a girl who came up with that fucking idea too.
Really?
Yeah, the creator who came up with that idea, I heard they fucking released her.
Well, they released Sarah Logan, and then there's such an uproar about it. Now they're talking about bringing her back.
Well, they released Drake Maverick, and he's still part of the Cruiserweight fucking tournament. Like, they really didn't follow shit through right.
They got rid of Leo Rush, who was just recently Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah. I'm surprised fucking Snuka didn't get released yet.
Or Nia.
Jimmy, not Tamina.
Oh.
Tamina, I hope, wins the fucking title. Just give it to her once.
She's gotten so much better.
The thing is, and it's no disrespect to fucking Braun Strowman or Drew McIntyre right now, but it's irrelevant for anyone to be champion right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it means absolutely nothing. And it sucks to say that, but it's fucking true.
I don't think it means absolutely nothing. I think it's just, it feels less because they didn't get, like I said.
Let me explain. I'm going to explain to you exactly why it means nothing. Do you want me to detail the fucking Universal Championship match? Here we go. Spear. Reverse jackhammer. Power slam. Pin. There we go. That's it. That was the match that they had where Braun won his first ever Universal Championship. Do you want me to repeat it? I could.
No.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm just saying that they would have had the crowd there. If they would have been able to do it like they wanted to, first off, Roman would have been champion.
They had so many great matches.
See, even she cuts you off.
That's fine.
Awesome. Go ahead.
I think we're done.
So many great matches. How did you guys feel about WrestleMania? Did you guys watch it?
I didn't finish.
Who cares? I'm talking. How do you guys feel about WrestleMania? Did you watch it?
As a whole?
Both parts?
It was okay.
Okay, go ahead. Come on.
It just wasn't the same without the crowd. Like, I think the crowd makes a big part of the entrances. Like, it just wasn't the same.
Yeah. I would have actually preferred if they did the entire WrestleMania as, like, a production like they did with the Undertaker Styles match or the Bray Cena match.
I love
like,
that.
Why the fuck not?
The situation forced them to handle those two matches that way. And those were actually, to me... the Cena match wasn't a match, but it was fucking awesome.
The Cena thing was because you both saw the Cena Funhouse match, right?
Yes, I saw it, but I still don't understand it.
Right, awesome. It took him through the stages of his career.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a list here. I'm gonna add a list here.
I don't have a pen.
You don't need a pen.
I have a pencil.
You don't need a pen. We're not gonna sit here and take a fucking test. Five superstars you would love to see in that kind of match against the Fiend, where they sit there and go over their entire fucking career just like they do with John Cena. What 5 wrestlers would you like to see that happen to?
Ooh.
Mick Foley.
Hogan. Foley, definitely. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll see all 3 faces.
Uh,
Could you imagine them finding like body doubles to have all 3 in this ring at once? With Mick Foley? Have Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind?
He can do Hacksaw. Wasn't he Hacksaw or Chainsaw also?
No, that was Chainsaw Charlie. That was Terry Funk.
I thought he was one too. I thought they both had their little separate identity for that little...
Who?
Mick.
No, Mick was Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack. That was it. And then he had a tag team partner, Chainsaw Charlie, who was Terry Funk.
Okay.
Yeah. But Mankind would be cool. Hulk Hogan. Sting I would love to see.
Oh, Sting would be cool.
Right?
I mean, how would you get him to go from Surfer Sting to Crow Sting?
God. You'd have to fucking have Ken Anderson be a body double. Remember when he did that fucking thing in TNA?
Well, that's true.
He looks so fucking, like, similar. Scott Hall I wouldn't mind seeing.
Scott Hall would be cool.
Shawn Michaels.
Undertaker. Kane.
Ooh. Fucking... God, can you imagine Isaac Yankem making a return?
Right?
Fake Diesel.
That'd be awesome.
The 25-year Triple H. Fucking doing Triple H's entire career.
From Terrorizing?
God. Yeah. I mean, you could do Austin. I mean, you get, like, what, Stunning Steve, a little bit of the Ringmaster. You could have him reenact the King of the Ring promo.
Have him reenact that ECW promo, where the Stone Cold persona was actually born.
Yeah. How about someone from ECW? Anyone who would be relevant for something like that?
Something like that. No, because
their characters have really changed, right?
Yeah, they really haven't changed. Because you even had your big guys that came out, like Benoit and Guerrero, and I think Dean Malenko is also there too.
Mm-hmm.
But they really never changed their characters to that degree.
No, yeah. Any more from WCW? I wouldn't mind seeing Sting.
Booker T.
Booker T would be cool. Maybe that fucking promo on Hogan.
Oh, I can't repeat that.
Right? DDP, going from being a manager to a wrestler.
To a Hall of Famer.
To Stalker to Undertaker to positively DDP at the end of his career.
To DDP Yoga.
Right? You could do The Rock. Rocky Maivia.
Prince Rocky Maivia.
Come on. God, there's so many good ones. Alright, we don't do a 5. We just named a bunch of them. What were we on?
I think we just did females.
Is that the last one? All right,
the Hall of Fame ones we didn't do yet.
Okay, well, Dally, why don't you go and pick a list?
We want to do who the top Hall of Famers that are already in first?
Yeah, we can do that. Hey, it's your show.
It's not my show.
It's our show.
It's totally your show.
I hate when you do that.
Top Hall of Famers that
What?
are already in.
I hate when you do that.
Do what? Look right in the camera? Yeah, let's do Hall of Famers who should be in.
Who should be in or in?
Sure.
I just...
Which one do you want to do, Dally? Go ahead.
She said that who are
I don't want to step on your
in.
toes here. Which one do you want to do? Who are already in?
Yes.
I'm good. Sold. Who you want to go first? You get to pick.
Shit.
Jay it is.
Alright. Flair.
Before we begin with that.
I knew mine was coming.
I know, right? I was hoping she'd pick you.
I knew it.
Guys, you mentioned earlier this show is brought to you by Ball Wash, but this show is also brought to you by Audible.com. And now if you're just like me and a huge fan of stories and reading history and stuff like that, but you're not a big fan of reading the history, you just love the history, Audible.com is the best place for you to go. It's a one-stop shop for all audiobooks. Over 1,000 titles available. If you guys go to audibletrial.com/freaknet, FREAKNET, you sign up today, you get a 30-day free trial, plus your first book purchase is absolutely free with the credit that they give you. That's right. Thousands of titles to choose from. Various wrestling titles available, or various wrestling books available. audibletrial.com/freaknet. Okay, go ahead.
So I got Ric Flair, Andre, Hogan, Sting, and Bruno.
What was your list again?
These are the top guys that are in already.
Yeah. Andre,
Hogan, Sting, Flair, and Bruno.
Okay. For some reason, I thought I heard my list read out of your mouth. I was like, wait, we got the same fucking thing. No, we're good. All right, Dally.
I got Dusty Rhodes, the Four Horsemen, Jim Ross, Eddie Guerrero, and Ultimate Warrior. What?
Lost made Ultimate Warrior.
You lost me at Jim Ross.
He's one of the best. I personally thought he was one of the best commentators.
No,
God, yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Yeah, I just... Fucking good old JR.
He's still getting himself in trouble.
I know, right? He's still out there running his fucking mouth. I had Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage, Sting, Hogan, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's a solid list.
Definitely well deserved. Dally, if it's okay with you, I'd like to pick the next list.
You mean the last one?
No, there's two more.
Oh, there's three more.
There's three more. We do the other Hall of Fame, the rank, and then
Avengers.
Oh yeah, look
the
at that shit.
Avengers.
Fuck yeah, we do have three. Thank God you guys are here.
Okay, so go ahead and pick.
All right, let's do the Hall of Fame. Who should be in the Hall of Fame? Go ahead, DJ.
They just call me DJ. Vader.
All right, before you begin,
Son of a bitch.
I wanted Dally to go because you just pissed me off.
Oh.
Dally, go ahead.
I feel bad going. No.
No, go ahead. DJ can sit over there.
Okay, Christian.
Before you begin. Right, it's like a double whammy.
That's why.
That's the only reason I get it.
Why do we even bother?
Oh,
why are we
Like,
here?
it's like you guys don't
We're
learn.
here for his amusement.
Guys, if you look at front of the table, you see T-shirts. If you look at each one of us, we're also wearing T-shirts. All these shirts came from tpublic.com. That's right, TEPUBLIC.com, searching JFW. You can get any of these designs on a plethora, that's right, plethora, bountiful, a lot of, cornucopia. All these words mean a lot of.
Word of day calendar.
No, Full House.
Oh.
True fact. All these designs are available on T-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, hoodies, baby onesies, cell phone cases, notebooks, posters, tapestries. You call it wall art if you want. What else is there? So many other things. Pins, magnets, stickers, and stuff like that. Guys, next week, I can't remember the dates. It's next Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's going to be a sale on TeePublic merchandise, 35% off. So make sure you go to tpublic.com, again, TEPUBLIC.com, search JFW, and pick up your shirts. Dizzle J's wearing the original Mr. 33% shirt, but he also has a brand new Dizzle J t-shirt out. Ellie is wearing the brand new JFW logo, as you see right in front of DJ. But they come in different colors. Hers is not black. I'm colorblind, can't tell.
Purple.
Purple? There we go. I'm colorblind. I'm not gonna lie.
I love that you designed these shirts and you're colorblind and like the colors work perfectly.
Yeah, and they match excellent. So you get it on obviously different colors. If you see the shirt I'm wearing, the regular is also in gray. So gray, the original one, the new ones. You have the Travis C. Dizzle J 2020 Make Wrestling Great Again. It's in blue and also a plethora of other colors. Pick up your merchandise today. tpublic.com. Search JFWTEPUBLIC.com. You guys done interrupting me? I'd like to read my list. Alright. I went with Vader, Bam Bam Bigelow, Missile. Shut the fuck up, Jay.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. I heard you. I'd like to get through this list, man. We can't be here all day.
Stop yakking and start smacking. Come on.
Vader, Bam Bam Bigelow, Miss Elizabeth, the Steiner Brothers, and Eric Bischoff.
You want to go? You want me to go?
I don't care. I'll go. Okay, my picks
DJ, why don't you go?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to curl up in a ball.
I don't know. Yeah. You're doing good, Dally.
Who's going?
You. I'm surprised you haven't gone yet. It's your show.
Shut up. Hey.
Go ahead. Seriously.
Are you really done now?
I'm really done.
Christian.
100 episodes, folks. This is what it is.
I don't know why you fell for that.
How many times am I going to say Christian?
I don't know. How many times do you have to say Christian? I figured you'd be done through your list by now. So, Christian, you got 4 more.
The Big Show.
Yes.
William Regal. Mm-hmm. Victoria. And Michelle McCool.
I forgot all about Regal.
You know, when they don't have the live NXT shows for him to be out there, he does kind of just...
But he was one of my favorites when he never really...
Oh, Commissioner Regal, King of the Ring Regal, Real Man's Man Regal.
Beating up on Goldberg.
Regal. Yeah, he's definitely Hall of Fame as soon as he's like done. And I'm wondering when the Big Show is gonna like officially retire.
He just got a new show on Netflix.
I watched.
I loved it. It's awesome.
I
love the show.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's a little goofy, like
he's goofy.
You can kind of tell in the show, like there are moments where he tries a little too hard to be funny. But I mean, Jaleel White's in there, Urkel from Family Matters. He's also part of it. Mark Henry, Mick Foley, and Rikishi make an appearance on one of the episodes. I think next season, because they did get approved for a second season, Stone Cold's supposed to be a guest on there. So
I enjoyed it.
Right. I'm really happy that he has his own show. He's a funny fucking dude.
Yeah, but I've seen him in other stuff too. I think he did an episode of like Burn Notice or something.
He was on that episode of Psych.
He had a movie, Knucklehead.
He was in Knuckleheads.
That was a pretty good movie. I like that.
He was on an episode of Psych.
He was Captain Insano on.
Waterboy. Yeah, he was there was a couple. There was another show he did that was on USA. I just can't remember what the hell it was. But there was that one movie I think on Netflix too called The Main Event. Mm-hmm. With the little kid who finds like the lucha mask.
Magic lucha mask.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Fucking Otis is on there, man.
I haven't watched it.
Dude, fucking Otis is crushing, man. He's on fucking movies and has a hot girlfriend. He is everything I want to be.
Takes weight.
Right? He even does a fucking caterpillar. That dude is more than I could ever be in my life. All right, Jay.
So I got Vader.
Yep.
Undertaker. Mm-hmm. The Nation Domination. Mark Henry on his own.
Yeah.
And Cena.
Mark Henry is on his own.
Is he already?
Yeah, Mark Henry's on Hall of Fame.
Fuck.
Who was your last one?
Cena.
Why don't you replace Henry with Bam Bam Bigelow?
I thought they put Bam Bam in on, like, on the sly.
No. On a slide.
Yeah, they put him in.
Like the legacy or legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't, not yet.
No. Well, he deserves it too.
He absolutely does deserve it.
I mean, and the reason he didn't wrestle anymore is because he saved people's lives.
It's him and Vader still shock me. I could get why like John Cena or like Undertaker, even Big Show. I get why they're not in yet, just because you really don't know if they're fully retired or not.
Yeah, it's still
there's no official retirement.
Right.
But I mean, Miss Elizabeth should definitely be in. Michelle McCool should definitely be in. Victoria, I would still put in there. I mean, she had one of the greatest runs, not only in WWE, but even in TNA, and you have to account for that.
She's one of the coolest people, too. I've met her.
Yeah. There's a lot of wrestlers that are still surprising that haven't been in yet. And Vader, Bam and Bigelow, Miss Elizabeth, I think, at the top of that list.
I agree.
Christian, I think we should definitely go at 1.2.
One more chance. Is there one more shot or one more chance? I think it was one more shot.
One more match.
One more match?
I think it's one more match. But hey, man. It's your show. You can do what you want.
Yeah, I will.
Deli, you haven't chosen a list in a while. Why don't you go and pick the next one?
Want to do the rank of the shows?
Absolutely, I do. Because you chose it. Oh, I'm not interrupting. I got nothing else to plug.
It was like...
Well, I'm trying to think. Okay, I plugged Audible. I plugged TeePublic. I plugged Patreon. Plugged Ball Wash at the beginning.
Follow us on iTunes, Instagram.
That's at the end.
Oh, okay.
That's the end. No, that stuff's at the end. Which actually I already did say that earlier when...
I wasn't paying attention.
When we were talking about the live Podbean stuff. So
I zoned out.
I know. No, I got nothing to plug. We're good.
Oh, okay. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to go from 5 to 1. Lowest to top. I went Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, AEW, WWE, Raw and SmackDown, and then NXT.
I'm going to go to 1 to 5.
I'm just trying to figure out if you guys did it wrong and don't want to say anything, or you're just worried I'm going to interrupt you.
I'm going to go 1 to 5.
Both.
Yeah, well, we'll find out what happens here, won't we? Why don't you go 1 to 5? Why don't you go 5 to 1?
Because I don't want to go 5 to 1. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a countdown.
Okay, 5 to 1. Ring of Honor.
Oh, please, do 1 to 5. Be your own person.
No, that's all right. It's your show.
I know.
5 to 1. Ring of Honor, WWE, Impact, AEW, and NXT. And NXT and AEW to me can be either or.
Yeah. I'm not arguing with it. I agree with you. Yeah. Put NXT first. I'm fine with that. I am a little upset that their fucking blood and guts match got pushed off until the COVID thing passes.
Well, I mean...
They can still do the match.
That's true.
But I get why they want to wait for the live event, like the live audience to be there and stuff like that.
In Japan, they're already having audiences come back to their wrestling shows.
Of course, it's fucking Asia, man.
They eat bats.
Yeah.
You're up, Dally.
Okay. My list was... what?
I was coughing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
I can see how you would think that.
My list goes Impact, Ring of Honor, NXT, AEW, WWE.
For 5 to 1?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So have faith in the Raw SmackDown?
Yeah.
That's because that's where Charlotte's at.
It's also where Otis and Mandy are. Best storyline going right now. I still don't understand the whole Sonya part of it with Ziggler, but whatever.
That's so she's supposed to be with Ziggler?
No, it's like
she's like...
You can say lesbian, it's okay. It's the proper term.
I wanted like an outed... I don't want to say outed, but she's very
she's openly
boisterous.
outed.
Yeah, she's
Total Diva, she said it on the podcast with Lillian Garcia. She said very open about being the first openly gay women's wrestler. I think that's how she described it. I'm not sure if someone came out before that. So what I understand about it, and if this is how it is, it makes no fucking sense to me. She was falling for Otis, and she was lacking. She wasn't focused on Fire and Desire. So she paired her with Dolph Ziggler to get her focus off of Otis to put her focus back on Fire and Desire. That's the part that I get lost at. She was pissed that she wasn't focused on Fire and Desire, so she's replacing one guy with another guy. That's why I kind of
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
I can't really think of any other storylines going on right now because they're all kind of boring.
I mean, there's the Rollins, Drew McIntyre. But that's kind of just starting up. New Day, Ms. Morrison, Forgotten Sons are kind of coming together. Strowman and Bray. Which I guess Strowman's going to face Bray, not the Fiend. I think that's what it's looking like.
I don't know if I'd like with that.
I'm okay with it because he could beat Bray and it makes sense. If he beats the Fiend, I don't get it.
Right. So the working theory is that when the Fiend fights you, if you're not true, like the reason Goldberg was able to beat him is because Goldberg was always Goldberg.
Yeah, it was his true self.
Yeah, his true self and that's why if you're that person, you can beat the Fiend.
It's just the whole problem I have when it comes to wrestling, especially WWE and how they push their wrestlers. You need to make everyone able to be beatable. It just has to happen.
Right.
Because Seth Rollins took on the Fiend numerous times and lost every single fucking time. But if Braun faces the Fiend and beats him, how come Braun was never able to beat Seth Rollins?
Right.
But now,
Brock.
Goldberg was able to crush the Fiend, but if Braun loses to the Fiend, how does that happen? It's like there's no consistency in it.
Right.
So, Jay, I'm gonna let you do this list because I came up with the idea for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. This is probably my favorite list. I love that we did it last.
We're blending wrestling with
comic book culture.
Comic book stuff. Yeah.
So what we did was we had an Avengers stable, if you will.
Yeah.
So we replaced one of the Avengers with somebody who we thought would be.
Yeah, I was gonna go do DC, but I wanted to do superheroes I enjoyed, so stuck with Marvel.
Yeah, better movies.
Fuck yeah. I don't know. I did mine Aquaman or Justice League. Batman vs Superman I didn't care for, and it fell
You like Justice? Really? You like Justice League over Batman vs?
There was something about the Justice League movie that really got my attention. I don't know what it was.
It felt so thrown together to me.
Yeah, but they all seem like that. Batman vs Superman I fucking hated.
Did you watch the extended cut or?
Yeah, I watched both.
Okay.
I watched the original one in theaters. Didn't like it. Then I watched the extended cut on Comcast, some shit. Wonder Woman I couldn't watch without falling asleep, and I tried 3 times.
Really? I thought that was the best of the movies.
Aquaman was.
Aquaman was cool, but it was basically Black Panther of the Sea.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
It's a good thing this is a wrestling podcast.
I know, right? All right, man. Let's hear who you replaced who with who.
So Captain America.
Yeah.
Dominic Djokovic.
Okay, real quick. Did you go with current or any era?
I did mostly current.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
There was no stipulation, so I just...
I went any era. That's what I was wondering.
I went with the first thing that popped in my head.
Okay, cool. Okay, gotcha.
The Hulk, Luchasaurus. Iron Man, MJF. Thor, Brian Cage. Black Widow, Tessa.
Okay. Go ahead.
I kind of went with current as well.
Yeah.
But,
fine. It's like Jay over there said. Like if it's the first thing that came to your mind, fucking roll with it.
Yeah.
For Hulk, I went with Braun Strowman.
Okay.
Iron Man, I went with Seth Rollins. Black Widow, Ruby Riott. Captain America, John Cena, and Thor, Roman Reigns.
Nice. Captain America, I went with Surfer Sting.
Nice.
Right. Hulk, I went with Andre the Giant. Iron Man, I went with Macho Man. Thor, I went with Hulk Hogan. And Black Widow, I picked Lita.
Solid list.
Yeah.
You know,
I do like Tessa for Black Widow.
You know what's funny is that the guy that plays Thor is supposed to play Hulk Hogan in the movie.
I heard about that. When's that movie supposed to happen?
Probably never now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. COVID-19. Is that all the list?
I think that's it.
Oh, shit. Nice. How long have we been talking?
I have no idea.
Oh, I can't see numbers. Now, Jay, do you have a pick of the week?
I do.
Fuck yeah, let's do that.
RK Savage versus Jordan Harris. Probably one of the better series of matches that
came out. You got a quit one?
Huh?
You got a quit match?
Yeah, it's the last match of the series. I believe that was the I Quit match.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And I mean, that was our favorite match of the month when we went and saw that. So check it out. I think it already posted, actually. So I got that. That's up.
Nice. What else we got to talk about? Dally, got anything?
What's your show?
I know. I'm trying to think of. It's been a while since we've done one of these.
Yeah.
I think there's something at the end, but no, I think that's. Yeah, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed our lists and our top fives and everything. Again, I apologize for them interrupting me. Hopefully they learned. If you guys get a chance, make sure you do follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW Podcast. And also make sure that you tell all of your fans or all your friends who are fans of wrestling, they can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Podbean for the audio podcast, or they can check us out on YouTube for the video release just by searching Just Freakin' Wrestling Podcast. Again, a special thanks to Audible.com and Ballwash for being sponsors of the show. Make sure you check out our merchandise at tpublic.com just by searching JFW. And if you haven't yet and really want to help out the podcast, check out patreon.com/JFW Podcast today and sign up for one of the many tiers, because everything that you guys do does help us in every possible way. Again, 100 episodes. We finally did it. We finally made it. Now we're up and moving on to 200. I'm excited.
Me too.
It's a whole new adventure.
That's going to be great.
And Dally's going to be here for the next 100.
Yeah.
Until she quits. Because you keep interrupting her. Guys, again, Just Freak Wrestling is part of FreakNet Studios. If you get a chance, go to freaknetstudios.com and check out all the podcasts that are available through the studio, which is Just Freakin' Wrestling, This Freakin' Show, Doug Gray Area, and the upcoming show, Pretty Little Freaks.
I'm excited about that one.
Show releases next week. First episode next week.
I can't wait.
Yeah. If you guys have a chance, Pretty Little Freaks is a podcast where two women sit down and they discuss submitted fan stories about weird dates and bad relationships. All stories are read anonymously. Thank you. Submit the stories to Pretty Little Freaks Podcast at yahoo.com. If you do so before March 2nd, your name gets put into a raffle, and the winner of that raffle receives the Ball Wash Starter Kit. It's absolutely amazing. It's a perfect gift for every man with smelly crotch or for a woman who happens to know a guy who does have one. That's all I got.
Time to ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travis.
I'm Dizzle J.
I'm Dally.
And thank you for listening to our episode of Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.
Peace.